welcome back to the Night Bus. Magical transport for any stranded witch, wizard, or muggle. I'm Corey.
I'm confused. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Jackie.
And on tonight's ride, we will be discussing the movie, multiple movies, and the book, Dune.
Multiple movies.
Yeah.
Well, mainly you guys. I haven't seen the older movies. I've only seen the newest one.
Oh, okay. Thought I missed something.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. There's a big difference in the new movies and the old ones.
We're basically just going to be talking about everything Dune related, because part 2 to the new movie is coming out next weekend.
Next
and
Saturday.
we will be going to watch it for sure.
Oh, yeah. Can't miss it.
Yeah, Jackie's the one that put us on to Dune. Oh, probably 5-6 years ago. You was trying to get us to read the books. Well, trying to get me. I don't know when Jamie read the book.
That would.
Oh.
What about a year ago?
Oh, yeah, when I read it. So
Round about a year
I wasn't
ago?
sure if you'd read it before that or not.
No, I saw the original movie, the 80.
That's what it was.
I have no notes again, so I don't know what year the first movie come out, but.
Yeah,
That was like early 70s. But I mean,
Oh, God, no.
Betamax was out.
No, it had to have been.
65. Or no,
That's the book, dude.
that's the book, yeah. 69. No, that's a
It's
book.
still the book.
I'm looking at. I've got
The movie came out, and I'm positive it was in the 80s.
84.
Okay.
84 was the first movie.
Yeah, and it wasn't a bad movie. You can't cast a grown man to play a kid.
No.
I mean, I'm not talking about somebody in their 20s to play. Was a grown ass man.
Oh, yeah, he looked like he
trying
was
to play
30.
a 14-year-old.
I didn't know anything about the story, so I didn't notice that part.
Oh,
you know?
that was me too. But it was totally different than what I'm watching now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it also helps now that, Timothée Chalamet just looks like a kid. He's got a baby face.
Oh yeah,
Like his SNL skit, I'm a baby face.
yeah, he definitely looks a whole lot younger.
I was, and I know they didn't, but for part 2 coming up, that's when you get to meet, Vladimir Harkonnen's cousin, who he's got groom picked to be the heir.
Yep.
I wish they would have got Spider-Man. Who plays Spider-Man? My mind's going blank.
So, Tom Holland.
Yeah, I wish they'd have got Tom Holland to play that role.
Ooh.
Just the 2 of the most popular kind of babyface now, and because Zendaya's in it, you got Tom Holland. That would have been cool to have him come and play. What's his nephew's name? Oh man, I should know this, but I cannot remember. I literally just reread the book, and the names in Dune are very confusing.
Yes.
So they're hard to remember. But yeah, his nephew.
Rafa.
Yeah, Fade Rafa.
Yeah.
You know, all the names of the people,
Fade Rafa. There it is.
the cities, the planet, it's all got kind of I'd say like a Middle Eastern kind of sound to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Instead, they've got Austin Butler playing that role in the upcoming.
I don't think Tom Holland could have pulled that off.
You don't have to do much talking.
No, it ain't so much the talking part. It's just, well, if you go by the description in the book, he's kind of tall, which
Tom Holland is not.
yeah,
Tom Holland is short.
yeah, and
Zendaya's taller than him.
I can't see him playing a villain.
I understand where you come from. I was more just getting at the fact that they've got Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya, so bring in Tom Holland. It would just then you've got an all-star cast of
that would have broke the internet. They probably didn't have
young
the budget
people.
for that.
Well, you have a point there too. Well, you say that. Look at the people in this movie.
I was gonna say it's Dune. This production probably had a lot of
I
money.
mean, they've got Timothée Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Oscar Isaac, Zendaya, Javier Bardem, Jason Momoa, Josh Brolin, Dave Bautista. Probably not that expensive. Florence Pugh.
It's kind of insulting, wasn't it? Come on, man.
Deep.
I mean,
Drax the Destroyer.
He's not
He's
the
worth
Rock.
a few dollars.
You got Austin Butler, Florence Pugh, Christopher Walken, Leah Sudux. I don't know if you guys know her. She's a Bond girl. That's the easiest way to know her, but yeah. Yeah, and like I said, it seems like budget was not an issue. Of course, this is Max, so
Yeah.
budget's not an issue.
Not too much.
Yeah.
But considering, the first one went straight to HBO Max and this one's opening, this
In
part 2
theaters.
is coming out in theaters.
Well, it's because it does. I guess because it doesn't so well.
Oh, it done
It did.
tremendously
Super
well.
It did.
does.
And anybody out there listening, if you've never watched any of the movies or read the book, watch these new movies first. Watch part 1 and then probably watch part 2, then read the book. So you've got characters in your head, and you'll love the book. If you like the movies, any little bit, you'll love the book.
If you love reading, you'll love the book because it is
21 hours and
it's a
something long.
heavy read, man.
Yeah, and it like I said at the start when I was mixing up the dates, the book was written in 1965, so it's an old book, so it's old English.
Dude, 65 is not that long ago.
Look how old he is.
Was you born in 1965?
I said, look how old he is.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah,
referring
no,
to me.
no, he was pointing at me.
I said, look how old he is. To him, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that was 31 years.
The 60s
No.
and 70s was
Yeah,
the
31
heyday
years
of
before I was
sci-fi
born.
writers. Like, was it Frank Herbert?
Yeah, Frank Herbert.
Frank Herbert, Roger Zelazny.
I love some Roger Zelazny.
Absolutely.
You left off the most important one.
Tolkien.
Exactly.
Tolkien was from a few years before the 60s.
He was still writing in the 60s, though.
Well, probably.
And he was probably still the best writer in the 60s.
Almost definitely.
So there you go. You left him out. I don't know how you left Tolkien out of all people.
Well, I was kind of.
You're the one that's always hammering to me that Tolkien's the inventor.
He's the Godfather.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the Godfather. But these guys were like Pulp Fiction writers, you know.
Okay.
So it was like there was a big glut of that in the 60s and 50s, 60s, and 70s, really. And kind of in the 80s, too, I guess, with George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mister doesn't know how to finish a book.
Point.
Yeah.
When
said
he quits
that,
playing
not
with
me.
his train, maybe he'll get back to writing.
No. He ain't getting back to writing.
No,
He's done got bit by the TV bug. It's easier to write a script for TV than it is to write a full-blown novel.
Dude, we could cover an hour on George R.R. Martin's failure to finish the writing.
Oh, we could. And
Yes.
eventually we are going to do a Game of Thrones podcast because we all love the first 6.5, 7 seasons of Game of Thrones.
But, like most of the world.
Yeah, like, 90% of people who love Game of Thrones, we love the first 6 seasons. We like the 7th season, and we absolutely hate the 8th season.
Well, there's parts of the 8th season that was pretty.
Episode two.
The whole battle scene, and that was good.
It was a little dark, but it was good.
Yeah.
And by dark, I mean you couldn't see the screen because it didn't have enough brightness.
Yeah.
I had to argue with the battle scene because a lot of it didn't make sense. Boy, we are drifting way off of this and head straight into Game of Thrones.
This has
here.
nothing to do with Dune.
All right, let's get back on topic.
Well,
again.
Back on track.
Again, we can make a whole. We're
That's
going to make a
info
whole
for another
podcast
show.
of that.
Yeah.
There'll be a podcast
shows.
sometime or another down the road that's just us, talking about the good stuff and bad stuff from Game of Thrones. But now we're on Dune. So, yeah, back to Dune. We want to talk about what happened in the movie different from the book, or just talk about Dune in general?
We cannot talk about what's different in the movie than what's in the book because there's 14 hours worth of stuff left out compared to the movie.
Well,
Like I said,
not
man,
not
it is
completely. Like I said, I think if you listen to the book on audio form, it's 21 hours long, and when you get to the point in the book where the first movie ends, part 1 of the first movie ends, it's around the 11 or 12 hour mark of the book, and it's a 2 hour and 20 minute long movie. So yeah, there's about 8.5 to 9 hours of book there that's just not in the movie.
yeah, and some of
Although
it
you can't really do it that way because
you can't put
a lot
it
of
all in.
a lot of stuff just happens quicker on the screen than it does in a book. So you can tell a 2 hour book on screen in 30 minutes.
yeah, but they
They did leave a lot of stuff out though.
important stuff. That's what got me. A lot of the important stuff when they're leaving Caladan and going to Arrakis. They're on the inside the they call them
The trader people. I don't know why I can't think of the name of them. Oh my God! See, this is the problem. I literally just re-listened to the book, and I already can't remember a lot of this stuff.
Me too.
The guild.
Yeah, the guild. And his dad is talking to him about, with this stuff that's going on with you and stuff. We'll see if you want to become a Mentat.
Yeah.
He said, well, I thought to become a Mentat, you can't be told about it until you get to it. And then he stops and realizes all the training he had been getting from a kid up to
Mentat
then
training.
was Mentat training.
Well, a mix of Mentat training and
The Bene Gesserit
Bene
training.
Gesserit training, which
And
is
you
supposed to
guys
only be
are
for women.
making a perfect point with your conversation here about how heavy a read this thing is.
Oh, yeah.
You have to learn the language of
Yeah, we
Dune.
haven't even told people what a Mentat is,
Yeah, there is
or
so
what the Bene
much.
Gesserit is.
Yeah.
Well, we'd be here forever.
Oh yeah, it's hard to explain all that.
In the course of reading or listening to this thing, and like I said, it's a whole language you have to learn for the terms, and yeah, it's just really, really a heavy story.
Yeah.
Big. It's a thick.
The Bene Gesserit or the Illuminati of that world.
Yeah,
They're
and
behind the scenes.
It's all women.
Yeah, they're behind the scenes trying their best to breed the perfect specimen.
Yeah.
They find people from here to here. They'll send women to sleep with them, and then they'll take those offspring and have them sleep with somebody else to keep the genetics going till
Yeah.
they get to a certain point. To the genetics, everything merges perfect.
Now, you guys are way more familiar with the story than I am.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm familiar with it, but I really didn't get deep into it like y'all did. With the Bene Gesserit, and you got the Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
And way back in the first movie, this also the visuals were amazing even back then for that movie, which is why I liked it as a kid. But a lot of it I didn't understand what was happening. What's the connection between the Emperor and the Bene Gesserit? Because they're like the religious sect. Are they in control, or is the Emperor in control?
No, basically, they're they're of their own volition. The Emperor doesn't control them. They don't control the Emperor. They kind of operate outside of the Emperor's law.
Yeah.
See, that's interesting because you really get the impression right off the bat that the Emperor is. This ain't a good guy.
Oh no, he definitely ain't a good guy.
No,
because he sets the two big houses against each other just to weaken the two of them.
Well, to weaken them,
they're not a threat to
and
him.
He's mainly trying to weaken Atreides. Atreides is his
cousin.
He's
afraid of them,
he's worried that he's getting too much power. The other great houses
are starting
to look at him as the leader instead of the Emperor. So he wants to put an end to that, and the easiest way to do that is to take Atreides' arch rival, arch nemesis, however you want to say it, and the Harkonnens, however you want to pronounce it.
Different ways to say it.
In the original, way back there in the movie, what didn't they call it? Harkonnen?
Yeah, the Harkonnens.
Okay, because that just sticks in my head.
When you listen to the audiobook on Audible, they say
it's Harkonnen.
Harkonnen, which is why when me and you was talking about it, year and a half, 2 years ago, whenever we both first read the book, you were saying Harkonnen. I'm like, you just listen to the book. They don't pronounce it that way. He goes, well, that's how it was in the original movie. I've never seen the original movie, so I'm like,
that's the one that just is beat into my head. It's Harkonnen,
right.
But it's not. It's actually Harkonnen.
Yeah,
I don't know why they
it's gonna be
it.
It's gonna be whatever you hear first,
right?
With anything, the first way you hear something pronounced is the way you're gonna pronounce it.
Yeah, and on the Harkonnens, they're definitely like you was talking about. The Emperor is afraid of the power of Atreides. The Harkonnens, they're powerful, but they're very selfish too. They're like the gangsters. Yeah, as long as they're making a profit and getting what they want, they're really not worried about much more power than that. They're not a threat to the Emperor.
Yeah,
I mean, they're running. Why did I just forget the name of the Dune planet? I don't know why my mind is blanking. Arrakis. They're running Arrakis, and they're bringing in 10 billion Solaris a year.
Well, you got to let them know what's so important about Arrakis is the spice.
I'm getting there because I've got something really important to bring up about that.
Oh, okay.
So the main planet that everybody's kind of fighting over for.
Planet Crack.
I was going to say Planet Dune, Planet Arrakis is Dune, and its main export is what they call the spice. And they use this spice, the guild uses the spice for space travel. That's what it enables them to basically travel with kind of like in Star Wars and Star Trek, light speed travel.
It enhances their senses and stuff and lets them see into the future to see the fastest and best way to go.
Right. It enhances that, and then you find out that other people can use it and kind of take it, and it just kind of enhances them and puts them in a trance so they can see the future and everything. The spice is just cocaine, right? That's basically what
It's definitely mind altering.
That's what I've got from this.
Yeah.
The way they talk about how they put it in, and again, this book was written in 1965. They put it in everything. It's they say it's it's like cinnamon. It's cinnamon like. So that tells you right there it's not actually just straight up cinnamon because you could say, well, the spice is probably just cinnamon. No, they say it's cinnamon like, it's just cocaine. This was 65. They were putting cocaine in everything. The spice in Dune is just cocaine.
I mean, it's a little more than coke because it's got some interesting effects on them.
Yeah, and it's
as
also
far as,
a
like,
poison.
The eye color and whatnot.
It's also a poison.
Well, I would say cocaine would have that same effect if you had it in that quantity, like a desert
That's
full
going
of
to turn your eyes like fluorescent blue.
a desert full of cocaine. Yeah, it's going to do something to you.
Oh, yeah, it's going to kill you.
Oh yeah. Well, I won't say it's like crack or cocaine or nothing like that. It's
Very close.
a hand, like they describe in the book, a handful of it will buy you the best castle on premium land with just a handful of what you can get. That's how expensive it is. That's how sought after it is.
Mm-hmm. And that's the only planet that it's on.
Yes. And when it comes to the spice, and if you have any kind of abilities or whatever, it enhances every bit of it. The Mentats use it to help focus them, and a Mentat is an artificial human, pretty much.
They're basically what
a human calculator.
That's exactly what I was going to say. They're basically a human calculator
or a human computer.
A human computer. Nowadays, kind of like where we're heading with AI. That's basically what a Mentat was then.
Yeah.
Just without AI. That's the thing about Dune. Again, it was written in 65. There is like really nothing like super technologically advanced as far as like computers and stuff go in it. It's got technological advances because again they travel through space and time.
Interesting that you bring that up because you definitely get the feel that their technology is like so far. They've had this kind of tech for probably millennium.
Mm-hmm.
So you say there's no computers. Well, probably way back in their history, they just evolved so far past that.
No, they did have computers. They made their own human. They made computers to take over the mind of a human.
That's what I'm saying. They had computers, and then they've just moved so far past that now.
And then they was considered an abomination to humans because humans didn't do nothing no more. They just sit back and let that take care of everything.
They're kind of like what's happening here now.
And Bene Gesserit come in, and they kind of pushed to get rid of all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The tech was there at one time, and they've just got organic tech, basically.
Yeah, they got some. I mean, they got shields and laser guns and stuff like that. They've got tech, but they don't really use a lot of it. Not in the movies, anyways. Shield generators they use, spaceships and stuff they use, but basically everything else is almost like living back in frontier times.
Yeah, they're just advanced enough, in their minds that they don't need the computers anymore. Which is crazy to think that you can get to that point, but that's the point they're at. And the book was written in 65, so.
Well, yeah.
That's messing with you.
I say Frank Herbert didn't know a whole. Frank Herbert didn't know a whole lot about computers.
That is like ancient history to you, isn't it?
That's dinosaur times.
Wow.
At least that's what I always tell my mom.
Ooh.
He was walking with the dinosaurs. Anyway, back to Dune. So yeah, the Emperor basically sets the two houses, the Atreides and Harkonnen. He puts them on a path that is going to lead to war.
Yeah, the Harkonnens have had
control of
Arrakis for 80 years, and they're
making
some of the
10
richest people.
billion Solaris a year, and Solaris is just like their form of currency, so it's basically dollars. They were making $10 billion a year off of that planet.
Yeah,
can you imagine making $10 billion a year for 80 years? That's $800 billion.
And it's not counting what they skimmed off of it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're mining it.
These are the gangsters of this universe.
Yeah, they have to mine it. That's not the money that they're making.
No.
That's the money that they
that
brought.
that $10 billion is how much themselves, the Harkonnens, were earning. That doesn't account what they were having to give to the Emperor and all that. That's what who was the Mentat for Atreides? Thufir Hawat.
Yeah,
he was looking through their books. That's how much money the Harkonnen were making themselves, was 10.2 billion Solaris a year. After everything was done, said and done, their profit was 10.2 billion a year. That's ridiculous. So they were actually making more than that, but by the time because again, this is still a society. The Emperor rules everything. So the Emperor gives, the Harkonnens, Arrakis to control. They've got to pay a tax to him and a tax to the guild and all this stuff. And even after all that, they were making 10.2 billion Solaris a year.
That's a lot of spice.
It is. And that whole 80 years they was there, they thought that the people that actually lived on the planet before they got there, they thought there was a total of, what they say, 100,000 of them total.
Not so much the Fremen. There's the regular citizens, and then there's what they call the Fremen. I call them the free man because that's pretty much what it is. That
was a play on words. That's what he meant by it.
And they only thought they were total a population of 50,000 on that planet.
Yeah.
But like they said on there, was a population so thin, and a planet like this, you spread your people out. And they was estimating over 10 million.
Yeah, the Atreides, when they found out the Emperor was giving them the planet, and they knew why the Emperor was doing it, that, Paul Atreides wasn't dumb. He knew exactly what was happening. He thought, we've done our initial reports on the planet. If we can set up quick enough and make enough money off of that, we can cultivate the people there. And they estimated, like you said, like 10 million people. He said, this is what we call desert power. That's what Paul Atreides called desert power. He said, we can take those people and then we can fight off anybody they send. And they knew the Emperor was probably going to quietly and covertly send. He's got his warrior planet.
Yeah. What? Again, y'all going to have to help me with the terms. What was the name of his army?
Sardaukar.
Yeah, because they're like supposed to be the best of the best.
They are the elite, the Delta Force, as you call it.
Yeah.
Right. But how many times they refer back to Duncan, Idaho, and the other guy?
Duncan, Idaho, and
Gurney Halleck.
Gurney Halleck.
These are like the sergeant at arms, the
For
head
the
of
Atreides.
the Atreides armies.
Yeah. They had trained the force just as good, if not a hair bit better, than the Sardaukar, and that's what scared him.
Yeah, that's what scared the Emperor. The other houses were looking at Paul Atreides, and what he had amassed as more powerful than the Emperor, and the Emperor could not have that, even though they were cousins.
Yeah.
And the Sardaukar come from the Emperor's prison planet, which is called
Seleucus Secundus.
Seleucus Secundus. I can never pronounce the first name of that. I just know Secundus. So, and everybody thinks, that's the planet. And what, kind of tipped Paul Atreides and his men on to what they could have on Dune was, how the Emperor was getting such fine, specimens from, Seleucus Secundus. And he kind of looked at how everything was run behind the scenes. People didn't realize it. He did. And he was like, we can do that on Dune, except, be nice to the people instead of...
It was already happening on Dune.
Yeah.
They lived in the harshest conditions on Seleucus Secundus. And only the ones who survive can make it to be a Sardaukar.
Yeah, and when they make that, then the Emperor promotes them, and they get mansions and, women and all this other stuff. So...
And on Arrakis, they're already living. They grow up in a military style.
Mm-hmm. They have to just to survive.
Yeah,
so, I mean it's a desert everywhere.
They have what they call a CH, which is pretty much their own little towns, is what I call it. There's like 10,000 people in it.
Mm-hmm.
They do their own manufacturing. They make their own steel suits. They make their own plastic explosive, paper, everything.
Probably need to explain what a steel suit is.
Oh, yeah. A steel suit is a desert suit that they wear out in the desert. It reclaims your water, which includes urine and feces and stuff.
And sweat. That's the main. Well, the main thing is urine and sweat.
Yeah, urine and sweat. It filters it into the suit. Your body's movement pumps it around to filter everything out. And then you have a little catch pocket with a tube that you can bring around there and drink the water back into you.
It is, in a word, disgusting.
If your suit is properly sealed and everything's done right, on the harshest day, that body will only lose a thimbleful of water a day. And if you're on a planet that has no rain whatsoever, that's pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, water is like everything. It's life.
Water is like platinum to us. I mean, it's so rare that
And I can tell you, when I worked out today, I probably lost 1,000 thimbles full of water. So yeah, that steel suit would be nice. It'd be a little disgusting, but it'd be nice.
Well, they say it's got like an acrid taste to it, but I mean it filters out everything. So you're not going to taste your urine and stuff through it. It filters that out.
But the water's going to be warm.
The water's going to be warm, and it's going to have As an acidity taste to it.
Yeah, it would have to.
Yeah.
Well, since we're on the subject of the suits, on Arrakis, if someone dies, you don't just bury them, you don't waste them.
Oh, yeah.
You basically squeeze them
you juice
like
them.
a lemon until you get every drop out of them.
Yeah, they render them down and get all the
every bit
moisture
of
out of them.
They
The
juice
moisture
'em. They
belongs
literally
to
juice
the
'em.
the water belongs to the clan. The flesh belongs to the person,
Right.
and that's how they do it. Your flesh is yours. The moisture is the clan's.
Yeah.
So needless to say, the Fremen are very structured, very precise, because they have to be to live, to make it.
Yeah. They're a finely tuned military unit.
Yeah.
Even the kids, they even talk to the kids when they go to battle, that even the kids are fierce fighters. That women would throw their babies at the other soldiers and then fight to the death.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It ain't nothing to sacrifice a child or something.
Yeah. There's no quit in them.
Again,
there's no weakness.
Heavy story.
Yeah, there's no weakness to them. They're not going to look at, oh, well, I'll give up because you have my kid. We'll have another one. That's pretty much how it goes.
That's exactly how they look at things.
Yeah, there's no holding them back.
And then also, another thing that makes the planet Arrakis so treacherous is the worms.
The worms.
Or as the Fremen call them, the makers.
The makers are Shahalood.
Yeah, Shahalood.
Yep.
And these are, not your typical worms.
No.
These things are massive. I mean, they could
swallow a battleship.
They could have swallowed the Titanic like it was nothing.
Yeah, that would just be a little morsel appetizer. That's nothing.
You see how it swallows up that spice collector, which is just, you get the impression this thing is a massive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd see. That's another thing I didn't like about that one. In the book, the spice collector down there, the worm's coming, just like it shows in the movie. And then they're like, okay, we need the carryall to come in. Nobody can find the carryall. Carryall never makes it in.
Yeah, it doesn't break down like in the movie. In the book, the carryall, there's 3 people on the carryall, 3 pilots basically, and one of the pilots is a Harkonnen agent. Harkonnen. You got me saying Harkonnen now.
Harkonnens.
Good God. One of them is a Harkonnen agent, and he incapacitates the other 2 and basically takes the ship away to cost the Atreides a spice collector.
Now you say that doesn't happen in the book, but in the movie, man, that's kind of good because it gives the audience an idea of just how much crap equipment that the
that's why they did it in the movie.
Harkonnens left.
Well, they seem
because they sabotaged. Well, it even says in the story they sabotaged what they did leave.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They left the worst.
They didn't
want
the Atreides to be successful.
Basically, all the old equipment they wouldn't use no more because it wasn't in fit shape to use is what they left behind, and they took all the good equipment with them. The Harkonnens when they left.
So that's just kind of like a little visual idea to let you know, this stuff's just junk that they got left.
Yeah, but that carryall coming up missing in the book plays a big part later on in the book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in which they completely gloss right over top of.
They did have a set note. They should have done a TV series out of this. Is what they should have done.
Yeah, I mean they could have done
especially considering there's multiple books. Now, the first book's the only good one.
Now, understand me, people, when I say this. Fuck them other books. Book 1 is the best. I tried reading book 2, and I could not. I'd like maybe chapter 2 in it. I couldn't do it.
I was the same way.
It was the dumbest. It wasn't even the same. I know
nothing about it. So
I listened to the first chapter of book 2, and I had to turn it off. I was like, nope, this ain't for me.
Yeah, and I mean, if I'm not mistaken, there's like 7 or 8, if not more. There's probably even more than that.
I know there's 6 for sure. For sure, 6. I think there's more.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is, but yeah, the first one is literally the best one, in my opinion. Now, I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong. My ex told me that all the time, but
Apparently, there is only 6 because Frank Herbert died in '86, so he died before he could finish it.
The grad school she get into.
Whoa, what is that?
My phone being crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking at my iPad, so I just heard something in my ear. I was like, whoa, what's going on here? But yeah, the worms were huge, and they swallow up. And, when you can't just walk across the desert sand, because a worm can literally sense that from, like, I guess they can feel a shift in the sand.
Well, it says they're attracted to like rhythm, like the rhythm of
rhythm,
walking is a rhythmic pattern attracts them.
Yeah, rhythmic beat.
There is 19 books.
Because the Fremen's got their own
Well, Frank
way.
Herbert didn't write them all.
Yeah, there's 19. That's why I was trying to get on my Audible and look.
Yeah.
There's 19 books.
Yeah, the Fremen have their own way of walking across the desert to not attract the worms.
It gives it a natural desert sound. They'll do a step,
like a
take their foot, slide it to the side like the sand's just like the wind's blowing the sand down the
Like
dune.
the sand shifting.
Yeah, it's a weird walk. There's no way I could have done it.
Hey man,
No.
do you think Tremors stole the idea of the worms from Dune?
Yeah, I think
I mean,
they did.
it's kind of dead on. They're attracted to vibrations on the surface.
Well, to a point, but their worms are totally different.
Well, yeah, just the idea.
The ideas ain't bad. Yeah,
Something that can move through sand and earth and is attracted to the vibrations.
Now, I did like how they did when the worms was coming towards them, how the sand would look like it turned to liquid, like it was a fluid.
Yeah, it would look like the ocean
and stuff of it. Yeah, because they'd start sinking down through it, and you can actually do that with air. You could have air channels run underneath sand and turn it on and have them blah blah, and it would literally move just like water does, like a fluid.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it was. The visuals that on this newest movie was really good.
I never had that kind of visual in my head until I watched the movie, and I was like, oh, I like how they put that to where it's like you're literally sinking down into water.
And that's how it's described in the book. Is it's the same when the worm starts coming, it looks like a wave coming out of the ocean.
Yeah, and they are massive.
Yeah.
I love the parts when they actually come out of the sand. The visual they have with that.
Oh yeah, at the near the end of the first part one of the movie when it comes up and is looking at them, which that's another movie only thing, but that's good for giving you perspective on how big the worms are, and that's not even a in part two you should see an absolutely massive one, because around I'd say within the first 30 minutes of this second movie they should be at the part where in the book Paul rides, or not Paul, but Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
He rides the biggest maker that the Fremen have ever seen.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be 30 minutes. How many movies are they planning on making?
I think only this one.
Oh, this is gonna be the last one.
Pretty sure.
Oh, well,
based on
it
the
could be 30 minutes
watching the
then.
trailer for it. I mean, I saw some characters in the trailer that don't show up till the very end of the book.
I mean, there's.
So I don't know for sure. To me, the book's long enough they could do 3 movies, but it looks like they're only doing 2. And based on the fact that the first movie ends about halfway through the first book.
So I'm sure the first 2 movies just cover the first book. That seems to be the most popular. Part of Dune. I didn't even know there was that many.
Yeah, I didn't know. I knew there was a bunch of them, but
I honestly, for the longest time, I thought that was the whole story.
See,
was the one book.
My dad got me the first 3 books. It was in a little box set, and I'd done security and stuff. I was sitting down there, and I got the first book out, and I started reading it, and man, I got hooked to it. Got hooked to it bad. I read the book 3 or 4 times in a row. Then they come out. I was looking on YouTube, and they had it on Audible on YouTube, and it was in 2 parts. And I downloaded it, and I used to steam clean. I throw my headphones on and turn that on, and I'd steam away listening to that audiobook. Then I bought Audible, and I just bought the book. Well, I can listen to it anytime I want, but it was real good. But I could not get into book 2. I tried.
Yeah, it's there's definitely I don't know what's different, but just the second book starts, you just realize this ain't the same.
Yeah, it's totally different.
So yeah.
Now, did Frank Herbert write the second book too?
Yeah.
Okay.
He may have wrote all the other ones. The other ones, some of them may be like short stories. I don't know if short. Well, you can look since you got them all pulled up. See how long some of them are. Because even the second Dune book is like way shorter than the first one.
Well, 19 hours, 20 hours,
Well,
18 hours.
They're not short stories, that's for sure then.
15. Now, there's one that's 3 hours long.
Yeah, see, now that's a short story.
And there's one that's 5 hours. Well, 2 that's 5 hours long.
Yeah, those are kind of like short stories.
Yep. But for it's part of the time,
But now I'm looking. A lot of these are written by his son, Brian Herbert. I said that wrong.
Yep.
So yeah, not all of them are Frank.
The book is amazing. The movies are good. If you haven't, like we said before, if you haven't listened to the book or read the book yet, watch the movies, get all of them out of the way, then go to the book. You will not be disappointed at all.
Probably never going to go past the first book, though.
Oh, I'm not going past the first one.
No, you don't. You don't need to.
I also don't have enough interest in it too. I mean, it's a good story. Like I said, it's a heavy story.
Yeah, we gotta. We've jumped all over this book. The book and
we usually do.
We're not in any kind of order.
Oh, no.
Let's try to get us just a little bit on track.
As Corey keeps pointing out, the story's been around since before God. So
Yeah,
everybody already know we're not spoiling anything.
and based on how popular this, the Max movie was, part one, I would say most people have at least seen enough that they understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And if they don't, it's probably best we're not spoiling everything for them because it's really good. It's definitely worth reading, watching first, then reading.
Oh, definitely.
So I don't think we need to break down scene for scene.
No, I wasn't going to go scene for scene. Just it starts out, they have to leave their home planet to go to Arrakis, just to set up so the Harkonnens and them will fight to weaken them down. They get to the home planet. They're leaving in the book. They're leaving the thing, going through a little parade through town and stuff, and they're calling him what they think he's...
Oh yeah, his his mother had basically was supposed to bore a daughter.
Yes.
But she bore a son anyway, trying to make what the
Bene Gesserit
called. What the Bene Gesserit called. What were you going to say?
Let me jump in here a minute. We've talked about the technology and the futuristic everything and the battle between the houses and the emperor being an emperor and wanting to separate and weaken houses, but there's some like mystic religion stuff happening here too, right?
There's a lot of religious stuff happening.
Because there's like this prophecy of the...
That's what we're trying to...
Yeah, I mean, but it's not just tech and stuff. There's some mystical shit happening here too.
Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to say. That they was trying to breed the perfect person.
Yeah, I don't know why I cannot for the life of me think of
Kwisatz.
Yeah, the Kwisatz
Haderach.
Yeah, that's what the Bene Gesserit calls it.
That's what the Bene Gesserit calls it, and that's basically they're all females doing this. But they're trying to breed the perfect... It's weird. They're trying to breed the perfect male to become a Bene Gesserit, and then he will be the Kwisatz Haderach.
He can see through the female side and the male side. As of right now, the females can only see through the female line. Bene Gesserit Reverend Mother can see the memories of every other resident mother before them. They can tap into their knowledge and stuff back through the history. They cannot see through the male side. Once they go to it, they get scared and it throws them back out. But the male will be able to see through the female side and the male side. And that's what they're trying to breed. Which, if it's never been bred before, how they know about it? I have no clue.
That's what I say. So there's some like mystical... What exactly is the Bene Gesserit? I mean, I know it's a religious order, but what's... I'm asking y'all because y'all know this more than I do. Is there anything more behind it? Does it ever like go in? Maybe it does later on in the other books.
It might in the other books. This one right here that just goes into they get the females that they breed. They go to a school and they learn everything. All these different languages, all these different kinds of poisons and antidotes, and
they've got like some like powers too because they got what is it they call the voice?
Yeah.
They can just like force a person to do what they want them to do.
Yeah. Once they learn the tone and pitch of the other person, they can just with just a word make them do what they want. But like I said, they learn how to fight and everything else. Muscle control. They can literally twitch any muscle on their body just by thinking about it. We can't do it. We can't just think, well, I'm going to twitch this muscle right here. or the muscle right there at the corner of your nose and stuff. They can twitch every part of their body. They perfectly control their body.
They're
Perfectly
amazing.
in tune with it.
And they're amazing fighters too.
Oh,
Bene
yes.
Gesserit.
As the Fremen call them, the weirding woman.
Yep. They study in the weirding ways.
Yep.
That's what they're called on that. I know, Paul, once he kind of gets stranded in the desert and joins in with the Fremen, they end up calling him Muad'Dib.
Muad'Dib.
That's his Fremen name.
Yeah,
Paul Muad'Dib.
He chose that name.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to know what he wanted to be called. And he said, "What do you call the little mouse that hops through the desert?"
Mm-hmm.
And they go, "It's funny that you mentioned that. We call him Muad'Dib because he's smart and he's wise. He makes his own water and everything else. That's a good name for you." Because he gets visions and stuff because the spice is so strong out there where they're at, and everything they eat is heavily spiced. Because they're Fremen, they can get all the spice they want.
Which it's basically in the air, isn't it?
Yeah, right there when they're out in the desert, they get close to what they call a spice bed, and the wind blows. It's just blowing spice everywhere, and they breathe it in and everything, and it affects him because he has Bene Gesserit powers. It affects him a whole lot more than it did his mom, which I thought was a little weird.
Oh, he is the Quintet Cataract.
Yeah, but I figured the spice would actually help her see and stuff. It's not until she becomes a reverent mother that she gets any kind of what I consider mystic powers beyond the Bene Gesserit, the training she got. My favorite part in the book is when he fights for the first time. The Fremen, the knife fight.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That's, again, in the movie, spoiler alert, in the movie, they're in their steel suits. They're standing outside, challenge is thrown. In the book, there's a whole night goes past when he meets up with the Fremen and everything. And there's a guy that Paul disarmed, and he didn't like it. He felt like he should never have been disarmed by a kid because they're the Fremen. And he challenges him to a battle. And they have to strip down to where they're in nothing but loincloths. And they got glow globes hanging up for light and everything inside. And they're fighting to the death. And Paul, like I said, they used shields back then. And anything fast coming out of the shield would deflect. But if it comes in slow enough, the shield will let it pass through and stab you. And he was trained his whole life from birth to fight with some of the best. And they're in there fighting, and he's used to fighting with a shield, so he times his strikes back like he was trying to go through a shield. And he's always just a second off from hitting anything. And they think he's literally taunting the other guy. But it's just his shield training. But in the middle of it, he's 15 years old fighting this 30-some-year-old and just destroys him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And especially as he kind of learns some of their ways, he's basically the ultimate warrior.
Yeah.
Not the wrestler, but
yeah, he's one of a kind. He was like his mom. She gave him the Bene Gesserit training along with the training he got from Gurney Halleck in Duncan, Idaho, and the Mentat.
Beer
Howard.
Yeah, he's basically been trained in every form of mental training and combat training since he could, train. Since he was old enough to walk, he was trained in this ways.
And Mentats are also assassins too.
Mm-hmm.
Skilled beyond, most humans. Just for some fact they can calculate in their head. You can ask them a question, and their eyes gloss over, and then they just start spitting out facts. That's how good they are.
Yeah, that's the calculator term we was getting at. That's where that comes from.
Yeah, because You'll ask him, I wonder how much it costs to do this, and then all of a sudden, poop here, he just stops, eyes gloss back over. I'm estimating blah, 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 billions of salaries and stuff, and just a shame that they blowed that kind of money just for a ceremony in the movie. I mean, I could ramble on different parts of the movie all day long. Well, not the movie, the book.
The book.
The book is just amazing. The movie's good. It's just it don't hold a candle to the book. Now, they got good actors and stuff in it. I just wish Jason Momoa would have played somebody that lived longer.
Oh, I know.
Now, I love his battle scenes because he just has that look on him. He grabs his knives and stuff, and he just goes to work.
He played the role perfectly.
Yes,
I just
he
hate
did.
that the character died so quick.
Yeah.
Now you talk about what are they? The Emperor's army?
Sardaukar.
Sardaukar, like top level warriors, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only reason they were able to take Duncan Idaho down was just sheer numbers.
Yeah. They just overwhelmed him.
You know, he was taking out literally tens of them at a time.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until they overwhelmed him with sheer numbers.
Yeah, that's the only thing that brought him down was there was just so many of them.
Yeah, that's why the Emperor was so afraid of the Atreides, because of the training them guys was getting.
Yeah, and then I love the fact that when the Fremen are, basically when Paul and them kind of tell the Fremen, oh, that's Sardaukar, those are the best, and they're like, Sardaukar, those were good fighters.
Yeah.
They didn't hurt the Fremen, but they were good fighters. The Fremen was like, those were good fighters. And if the Fremen say you're a good fighter, you're a good fighter.
Yeah, it's definitely a compliment.
Yeah, because in the book, they're like, oh, Sardaukar, that's why they were so good. And he's asking about the cannons, and what's Foopir was getting aggravated. He said, well, if you want one, go get you one. Oh, we did. We captured one. Crude design. That was guarded by Sardaukar. Oh, yeah, we lost 3, and they captured like 4 or 5 of them, or they captured a couple of them and took out almost a battalion on their own.
Yeah.
And to the Fremen, that was nothing. To everybody else, you captured Sardaukar?
Yeah.
It's in the description they give. When it comes to a Sardaukar, you are to strip them down. You are to probe, X-ray, hard X-ray, shave their heads, pull their toenails, and be guaranteed that you did not find everything that was hidden on them when you get done.
Yeah, because they're basically, they're supposed to be, until they meet the Fremen, they're supposed to be the ultimate warrior, the ultimate fighting, battalion. And, they've got just method upon method of winning a battle. So, yeah, you have to do a deep cavity search to make sure you've fully disarmed a Sardaukar, and then you still probably haven't fully disarmed a Sardaukar.
They said you check their hair because they'll have sugar wire in their hair that is strong enough to decapitate a man. And it's just as thick as a hair. They could take their fingernails and toenails and pop them off and put them together and make homing beacons and stuff out of it. They're just wild how they got them trained. Like I said, the Delta Force of the military.
And yet, like I say, Duncan Idaho was taking them out 10 men at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's...
And
Duncan Idaho's basically a Navy SEAL.
Well, he makes the comment, because if you're in the movie, because I just recently rewatched it, Idaho makes the comment, he basically got into a fight with his first Fremen, and he said, like, that was the closest he ever came to dying.
Yeah. Yeah, he was out there looking for him forever, and they was watching him, and they finally sent somebody out there to kill him.
Yeah, he was just, like, fascinated with the Fremen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he admired them.
He basically became one.
Oh, he had.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he got sent there, to Arrakis early, and by the time the Duke, Leto Atreides, and all the people had arrived, he had basically joined in with the Fremen. He admired them. They admired him because of how good a fighter he was. I get it. He was probably the first fighter they ever encountered that could, beat one of them in one-on-one combat.
What they called a soft city person.
Yeah.
Or something like that. They actually...
They basically laughed at the Harkonnen.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The Harkonnen warriors that got sent out against them, they just laughed at them. It's like, no, that's nothing. Our kids beat them.
Yeah, in the books, I think they said they killed like maybe 30,000 Fremen. and they had lost over 60 or no, it was over I think 70 or 80. It was 2-1. They lost.
No,
3
it was
to
more
1.
than 2-1. It was like 10-1.
Yeah, for every one Fremen they killed, the Fremen killed 10 of them. And they thought, that the Sardaukar was just going to come through there and just wipe them all out. But that's when he was explaining to the Emperor how many people was on the planet. And he said, we didn't even cut into their birth rate. We just weeded out the weak ones.
It's pretty bad, though, that the Vladimir, the Harkonnen leader, it's pretty bad on his part that, he didn't realize, what was going on when he's looking at the numbers like, well, yeah, we killed 30,000 last year. We may have lost 300,000 of our people doing it, but we killed 30,000. It's like, wait a minute. You just lost. For every 10 warriors you send, you kill one of them, and you think that's a win for you?
Yeah. Like I said, the Fremen are just scum to them. They're nobodies. They're not worried about them. And I have to bring up my Harry Potter references. It's wizards versus house elves. They're nothing to them. They're scum. Don't realize that they have magic that they didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
That they was actually stronger than what they look like. We'll go back to Dune now because I get on my Harry Potter stuff.
Oh yeah, we can't go down that road.
No, we was up here talking about it the other day and
last night.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we got
It was
together
a
last
long
night.
discussion.
Yeah, we end up down a 2-hour rabbit hole about Harry Potter, which happens with us all the time. But
yeah.
Anyway, we're basically what we're getting at here is we are really excited for this new Dune movie coming out this weekend or next weekend now.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. It felt weird not going to a movie this weekend.
Wow, we went to the movies these last couple months. We went to the movies more than we probably ever went. At least for me, it's more than I've ever went. Probably my whole entire life. I never went to the movies that much until recently.
When I was younger, it was more of the drive-ins than it was the actual movie theaters.
Yeah, that was back before we could just turn the TV on and watch, whatever.
Yeah, nowadays.
Whenever.
And to be fair, I would still rather do that. If they were doing like a dual release of this, Dune Part 2 where you could, go to the theaters and watch it, or you could just buy it right there at home, I'd just buy it at the house.
Nah, not me. I'd go to the movies and watch it. It's something about plopping down with my popcorn in my hand, the big surround sound, the big screen in front of me.
Oh, you can't beat the sound.
Yeah.
Screen-wise, my TV at the house, it's nowhere near as big, but picture quality-wise, it's a better picture quality than the cinema has.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't beat the sound.
Can't beat the sound. And it's just the fun of just going out to it.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It is nice. And there are certain movies that I want to see in theater. That's why, we're rewatching all the Harry Potter movies as our local theater, releases them each month.
I didn't get to ask you guys, on the last one, what was the turnout like?
There was way more than the first time around. But like me and him said,
Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, for Chamber of Secrets. It was about half full this time around instead of only having a handful of people. It was about half full. We were the only two dressed up, though.
Yeah, we're the only one representing Harry Potter. Nobody else wore nothing. No school collars, no Gryffindors. They didn't wear nothing. It was, you look at them, they're just normal people walking in there.
Yeah. And
I don't know what the hell's wrong with these people around here.
They have to be fans to be coming to watch a Harry Potter movie in theaters.
You got to remember where you're at. It's not heavily populated. And
they look at it coming in my school robes.
I don't know how many hardcore fans you have.
We had our Weasley sweaters on.
Yes.
It ain't like back in the day when they'd premiere a new movie and you had the before. You went to several of them.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's why I'm saying. The people here. This is not a like a new movie coming out.
No.
This is Harry Potter. So if you're coming to watch it, that means you got to be some type of Harry Potter fan to come to the theaters to watch.
Right. And you think you would
a movie that old?
Break out your gear. I had my jacket and everything. Had my Harry Potter hat. I had my Gryffindor hat on. Had my Gryffindor jacket on. Had my Weasley sweater on underneath that.
I had my Weasley sweater. I had my Slytherin scarf. My Slytherin toboggan.
Come summer, man, maybe we'll make some of the local festivals. And by local, I mean like Virginia, Pennsylvania. There's some fairly close by big celebrations that they have.
But now Beckley has a con that goes on every year.
I didn't know the name of it.
The ones around here aren't big enough. Oh, if I'm going to one, I want to go to a big one.
Well, I wouldn't mind going to that one just to see.
They have celebrities. And, probably not top tier celebrities.
Yeah.
You got the guy who made the sandwich on the set of this movie.
Well, see, when it comes to Harry Potter, like I said, I love the book so much that I don't really care about the actors who played the roles. Like, it's nice, meet one of them. It's nice, but I just like Harry Potter in general. So I could care less about the actual actors who played the roles.
No, that's part of the fun of cons. I would think. I've never been to one, but
yeah, well, neither have I. So
yeah, you go in there and everybody's got their merchandise and stuff out. You can find stuff that might have come off the set, or you might find, hard to find objects and stuff. And then you get to meet the other fans out there and you get to talk to them. That's when you need a mobile mic and stuff and just start talking to them, and be some hellacious discussions you can get into with other people. Just with the three of us here, we get into some hellacious stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and our conversation we had last night, it went on for like 2 hours, but it wasn't kind of like our podcast we done on it. This was not like that. This was us, bringing up points that none of us agreed with each other on. So we was arguing back and forth about our points.
Yeah, and the beauty of it is we don't always agree on everything, so it keeps the conversation. If we agreed about everything, it wouldn't be no fun talking about it.
No.
Yeah, different points of view is what makes it interesting. What's your take on it? Well, look at this side of it.
Yeah, and that's why we enjoyed talking about it all the time.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with Dune.
I know.
Which I think we've kind of run our course with the Dune conversation.
More or less for now,
yeah.
Until the second part comes around.
Yeah. So, I think we was going to talk about some of the new movie trailers that come out during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
Yeah,
I've only seen one of them.
You didn't what? Man, I sent you guys a video of all of them. Well,
You did?
I think I did.
No.
I think I did it back during the Super Bowl. I don't think I did it within the last 2 weeks.
No, the one I watched was stuff people kept off of movie sets. Actors kept from movie scenes.
Oh.
And it was talking about Hermione kept her wand, Harry kept his
I
glasses.
sent that out.
Yeah. Tom Holland kept Zendaya.
Yeah, hadn't thought about it that way, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. And that was one of the things that he supposedly took from the set with him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all watched the Deadpool 3 trailer.
Right.
So
That's the only one I've seen. I
Yeah.
don't. What else premiered on the Super Bowl?
Oh God! Now it's been 2 weeks since I watched it. I think they had a different trailer out for Fall Guy, which actually
Not looking forward to that.
neither I wasn't either. But this new trailer looks better than the first trailer.
Yeah.
So
I want to watch it.
I know you're excited
I'm
for
not-
it, but I'm
In my head, I'm not looking at it as the old school Fall Guy that come out in the 80s, 70s or 80s, whenever that was. I'm not looking at that just called the Fall Guy.
I mean, I'm sure I'll watch it. It might be good. I'm not like, I really want to go see this, or I want to see this, or I want to know what happens. It's like, oh, it's a movie. When it comes around, I'll watch it.
It's got plenty of action and plenty of comedy. That right there snatches me right into a movie.
Yeah, like probably good.
Did you see the trailer for Borderlands?
Yes, Michael sent me that.
That looks funny.
And I think I did see that one.
It's got Kevin Hart in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I like the Borderlands games. So.
Me and Michael, we sitting out at the house, and I had I think it was the PS3, had Borderlands 2. We stuck it in there about 10 o'clock that night. About 11 o'clock the next day, we finally got off the game.
There you go.
We was both sitting there playing, and he picked up my character out for me. I was like, why is it your dude is doing better than my dude? Oh, my dude's got this ability. I said, well, why couldn't I have him? He said, because we can't have two of them on here. I was like, well, why not? Because you're playing up here, I'm playing down here. We're not actually playing together. I said, this is bullshit. You picked the good guy. You give me the trashy guy over here so you can laugh at me, make fun of me through the whole game. And that's pretty much what he did. But we had a blast. And I won't say the graphics are good on there, but I love the way that it's drawn, the way that they've done it. It's totally different than any other game, and it's a pretty good game.
Oh, I like I said, I love them, and I actually, kind of a controversial take between people that play the Borderlands games. I really like the pre-sequel, as they call it, the Borderlands 1.5.
Haven't played it.
I like it. It's set on like a moon of a planet, and so there's like low or no gravity. So your character moves weird. You kind of you move like you're on the moon, and I liked it. A lot of people didn't, but I liked it because they put out Borderlands and they put out Borderlands 2, Then they put out Borderlands 1.5, what they call the pre-sequel.
Yeah, me and boys played Borderlands 2. And I had to get another PlayStation to play Borderlands again. Ended up giving my other one to my son Douglas. Didn't have it a couple months.
Yeah. Then also they released a new trailer for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The 4th movie in that franchise.
Now,
Not like all of those, so I'll definitely be looking forward to that one.
My youngest son loves all the Planet of the Apes movies. Drives me crazy when he talks to me about them movies. Cause I don't watch them.
Oh, you need to.
But
I've just started. I've watched the first one.
We do a podcast, I'll drag his little ass in here, and he can take my spot. Because I'm going to tell you right now, he will drive you crazy with the stuff on there. Because he remembers everything. And he gets into detail. This. I was like, son, I've never watched it. Oh, but son, I've never watched. You can describe it to me to a T. I've never watched it. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
Do I want to watch it? No.
Why not?
I watched all the older ones.
This is completely different from what I've read. I haven't seen the originals, but I went on because before I started watching, because there's so many movies.
Now we're talking about the ones that start with Caesar, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to go online and look up, like, where do I start if I want to watch these? So I read about, all the different things. And basically, the originals have their own kind of story and timeline.
Yeah.
Then you got the one that came out in 2000, which is basically just a remake of the very first movie. But it's slightly different.
Yeah, it's kind of a standalone, really.
That's what, when I read online, that's what they said. They said, but it's different enough that it's basically by itself. And then you've got the,
I think they wanted to start a series of movies with it, but it never really took off. You just have the first one. Because it ends like it would jump right into another movie.
See, and then Rise of the Planet of the Apes came out like 12, 13 years later, and it, again, basically just reset everything.
Yeah.
And it's set in kind of like its own timeline and universe of all that stuff.
And again, my whole thing is, if it was somewhat plausible, it wouldn't bother me none. But a whole Planet of Apes. Movie. I know, but a whole Planet of Apes versus how many billions of people on Earth and how many monkeys are they? Did you just
say if it was somewhat plausible with the shit we watch?
Yeah.
We're just talking about Dune.
And wizards.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, don't be knocking the wizards
I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying the plausible thing don't work.
I get it. It's just monkeys, man. How have monkeys taken over humanity?
They get smarter.
There's not enough of them.
They breed, I guess. I don't know.
There's just not enough of them. There's so many of them that's endangered and stuff.
I can't tell you how they done it because if you ever, I'd ruin it.
Yeah, don't.
You know what I mean.
Well, I've only seen the first one, so even
there's
I don't
a little
know.
hint toward that in the end of the first one. I can't tell you what happens.
What I was getting ready to tell him.
Tell you what brings humanity down because that'd ruin the movies for you.
Yeah, and don't ruin it for me because in the first one, basically, all they're doing is basically just freeing themselves in the first one from a San Francisco zoo, and San Francisco kind of like holding pen.
Now I can see how gorillas and stuff.
I can see how they can take over San Francisco
because a gorilla could rip a dude in half.
Oh yeah, well there is a few gorillas in the movie, the first movie that I watched, Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
All I will tell you is as the gorillas, primates, monkeys are getting more advanced, there's something that happens that hurts humans.
They probably got forced with some kind of vaccine for something, and it dumbed them down.
I'm not going to tell you nothing more than that.
That's how COVID started. They're trying to take us out with
the monkey plague.
Yeah.
Or the bat plague.
The bats. I was about to say the bats.
They don't.
The bats are going to come back and rule the day and night.
Yeah.
We're going to have vampires coming at me. I'm going to have to run around with stakes in my boots and everything. And not a semi-rare steak, but an actual wooden steak. I hope it ain't got to be a silver steak because I don't have that kind of money to be going out and buying silver steaks.
Yeah. Who knows if that happens? Maybe you'll maybe you get to meet maybe you'll run into Kate Beckinsale.
I don't know if that happens.
Only.
No, you're lucky you would run into Bella. Yeah, no, my reaction exactly. I love those movies, but I don't really care much for Kristen Stewart. She can't act worth it. Yeah, she can't act.
Nope.
Anyway, another trailer that this ain't really. This is a new trailer for a movie we already saw a trailer for, but Netflix dropped a new trailer for that movie Damsel, with Millie Bobby Brown in it. So it still looks like it's going to be pretty good. I don't know when it comes out. It may already be out. I'm not sure. I haven't been on Netflix to see. But, yeah, I mean, every year at Super Bowl, that's when you get all the really good, commercials. So there was a few good trailers for movies.
You used to get really good commercials. They don't have the good commercials like they used to.
Now the best commercials are when you go on YouTube afterward and look at the Red Band commercials.
Oh, yeah. The ones that just couldn't make it. The Skittles commercial.
I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, I'm not talking about newer ones. I'm talking about one of the older Skittle commercials. There's a couple of them.
March
Holy
8th.
crap.
March 8th is when that movie Damsel comes out on Netflix with Millie Bobby Brown.
They're filming. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
You mentioned Millie Bobby Brown. They're filming the fourth, and I would say the final episode or season of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
It have to be because those kids got to be almost near 30 by now.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's working. Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown is like 21 now.
Yeah, they're going to have to jump it ahead with age, but
yeah,
I'm looking forward to that. I like the rest of it. I want to see how it wraps up.
I mean, you got to look at the Harry Potter series, how long it ran.
Well, I mean, they went from 11 to 17, so yeah.
Yeah, and it was way past age 17.
Yeah, in the books, at the end of the book, Harry Potter is, 17 years old. I'd say Daniel Radcliffe filming part 2 to the movie. Oh, he was probably, 23, 24?
Easily, if not older.
Yeah.
There's 2 years in between each movie.
So,
the release of each movie.
Yeah. So that's one thing about Max and the series they're doing. When they start filming, they're going to have to basically film all 7 seasons just back to back to back to back. That way the kids don't outgrow their roles.
Well, yeah, because they're putting more into it. The book is supposed to be everything's supposed to be in there.
The TV series is supposed to have everything from the book in it.
Oh, I cannot wait.
A faithful adaptation.
Yes,
you better be.
I cannot wait. Because Fred and George do a bunch of crazy stuff in there they leave out, and I can't wait to see it be put back in.
The swamp?
Yes.
Yes. Peeves. God, I can't wait to see what they do with Peeves.
Yeah, that's how you find out if you got a true Harry Potter fan. You look at him and say, well, what do you think about Peeves' character?
If they have no idea what you're talking about, they've only seen the movies.
Yeah, they've never read the books. You slap them upside the damn head. You turn them around, tell them go to the room, not to come back out till at least read the first book.
Yep.
And then once they read that first book, you ain't got to worry about making them read the rest of them. They're like, I missed so much. And then they start reading to them.
Yep. And if they're anything like me, they'll finish reading them and then they'll immediately start over.
And over.
And
over. And over.
I done that when I had the tapes and when I had them on my iPod. My little iPod shuffle. Because, like I said, I was steam cleaning. I'd pop the Harry Potter book on and I'd just steam clean. And I listened to it so much that I don't have the things like I gotta listen to it again right now because I've listened to it so much back then. Don't get me wrong, I still like them. Like I said, book 7, I just listened to it for the second time ever. Amazing. I might listen to it again pretty soon. Start from the beginning and go through because a lot of the questions I asked on our last episode of our Harry Potter thing come from what I listened to in book 7. We also have an Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Yep. We have. Well, we've got it. I haven't posted anything on it yet. I got to give you guys the information because you guys are way more into posting on social media than I am. I'm the young one here, but yet I never post on social media. I don't have any form of social media except for an Instagram, and I just use it to look at other people's stuff.
And we send stuff back and forth.
Right. Basically, I use it to send memes. That's the only thing I do with it. I don't post anything myself. So, yeah, I got to give you guys the information so you guys can handle all of our posting mainly you, Jackie, posting our stuff from down at Universal, our pictures down there.
Yeah, because I've got a shitload of pictures. I just got to get yours. That way we can get all of our stuff on there because you got some videos because you had the
I had the GoPro the very first time we went.
Kind of find you can't wear the GoPro doing this. And you
can't
wear the GoPro
every time I go to get on a ride, they're like, you got to put a GoPro in your pocket. It is literally mounted and strapped to me. I've got a full-on harness with the GoPro attached to it. It's more likely to come out of my pocket than it is to come off this harness, but nope. I had to take it off.
Now I can see it on the Velocicoaster.
Even that, I've got it strapped around my chest. It's not like it's on my head. If it ever was on my head.
It's more likely that the clip might give out or something with the way.
Yeah, but in my pocket, it's more like it'll slide right out. Which I wear pocket
nets hanging up that'll stop anything from hitting anybody on the bottom part. So
I'd be more worried about sliding in my pocket and hitting somebody, in one of the seats behind us.
Oh, they're more worried about the people below them.
I ain't worried about that.
Because there were some people that was standing down. That's one reason they put the nets up.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was throwing stuff up at the riders as they went by, see if they could catch it and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is dumb as can be.
It sounds fun, but no.
Yeah. Take something that's already kind of dangerous and let's make it a little bit more dangerous. Get that adrenaline pumping. Again, like I said, love to ride. I don't like my ass cheeks coming up off that seat, though. I feel like I'm going to get sucked through them handlebars. Even though I'm a fat ass, I feel like I'm going to get sucked through them handlebars. I don't like it.
I don't get that feeling at all. And I'm, a freaking
You're
twig.
a toothpick, yeah. As soon as my butt cheeks come up off that seat when we go do the loop-loops, I lock my legs up underneath that bar to push my ass down. I'm fine after that. I don't want to feel my butt come up off that seat.
That's why you like the Hulk coaster better.
Oh, you can't
That's
move on
G-forces right there. You are pinned in your seat. You can't hardly lean forward to take a breath.
Yeah, it literally sucks you back to the seat. But it's fun.
I like the Velocicoaster. I just love speed. The faster, the better.
I like it too. Because it launches you up to I think the fastest is 70 miles.
Yep, 70 mile an hour.
Yeah. That's the launch out.
Yeah, it's...
And then you corkscrew upside down over top of the water and stuff. Oh, I'm going to tell you right now, it's fun. It'll definitely get you awake in the morning.
Don't eat before you go on.
Oh, no, we never do that.
No, I definitely couldn't do that.
We'll hit it, then Hagrid's, and then we'll go grab something to eat. Or we'll hit Hagrid's.
Well,
then
yeah,
we'll go
normally it's
get something
Hagrid's first. Then we'll go to the Velocicoaster. Then we go get something to eat. Then we hit the rest.
Yeah, we go to the Three Broomsticks, baby.
Yep.
Because it's the only thing
breakfast.
open at the time.
On that side of the park, yeah. Full
Yeah,
English, baby.
Leaky
Full
Cauldron
English.
ain't open yet.
It's on the other side of the park, so that's
Yep.
why.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go back down there again, people. So we'll definitely have some more pictures. And now that we have a podcast, we might actually go down there and just walk around and film some stuff and talk about it and post it on our stuff.
Yep.
Again, we got right back on Harry Potter.
I mean, that's basically always going to happen with us.
Yeah.
If we can make it through a whole podcast without saying Harry Potter once, I'd be amazed.
Well, we couldn't really do that because we're on a night bus.
We are. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yep.
We start the podcast off by mentioning something Harry Potter related.
Yep. I'm surprised old Stan Shampike ain't stepped
Stunned.
over here and wanted something.
Yeah.
Hey, Neville, what you got right there?
Yeah. You hear that, Ern? Neville is Harry. Yeah, man.
Now, I wish they would have had the shrunken head in the books.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
would have been
that
pretty
was
good.
that was something cool they added to the movies.
Yeah, that I actually enjoyed that they added to it.
Hey guys, why they long faces?
This
Yeah, that was a cool addition. There's a few things from the movie that I kind of hope they do add to the series that's not in the books. But if they don't, then I'm perfectly fine with it. Because as long as they stick to the books, I'm good. If you want to add something, add certain things from the movies like that. Or like in the second movie. In the book, when when Ron and the Weasley twins are helping Harry escape from his bedroom, Vern and Dursley, he sees it happening, but he doesn't grab a hold of Harry and fall out the window like he does in the movie. That's hilarious in the movie.
Yep, but also Harry can't get to his trunk, and Fred and George can lockpick.
Yeah, so they don't use magic. They manually, for them, they pick the lock of his door to get out. They go downstairs. They pick the lock to get into the cupboard to get Harry's school stuff. They come back up, and then they're going to leave, and they realize people know Harry Potter. They realize they forgot Hedwig, and that's what causes all the commotion. Vernon Dursley wakes up and finds that Harry's gone. In the movie, that's what causes the commotion too. Vernon Dursley makes it in there in time to grab a hold of Harry's ankle, and he ends up falling out the window.
It drags his ass right out that window.
And I like that. It didn't happen in the book, but I like it. That was a cool thing that the movie had. not much else that the movie added that's different than the book that's worth it. Most of the stuff I'm like, no, please don't do that.
Yeah, now I like like I was telling y'all last night, I like how Harry popped up out of Hagrid's arm alive.
And the 7th one, part 2.
Yep, I
didn't
how
like
he did
it.
that. I didn't like the fact that the fighting took off, but I wish they would have showed it in the movie where the centaurs come over the hill and then all the people from Hogsmeade.
Yeah. You might get a chance to still see it.
Yeah.
Well, we should in the
rushing
series.
in.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you don't get none of that because of the whole Harry thing you're talking about. If you get all that, then the camera's not going to show Harry popping up and all that stuff, which it shouldn't because that's not how it happened in the book. Harry just kind of disappeared through all the chaos in the book with the invisibility cloak on.
Yeah,
and he's walking through
left and right.
Yeah, he's walking through stunning people, and he's casting Protego charms over people. So Voldemort doesn't realize who's protecting all these people until Harry yanks off that cloak after Bellatrix is killed by Mrs.
Weasley. Whooped that ass.
Yeah.
In the book, I loved how they done it in the book. I do not like how they did it in the movie.
No.
Now, she come out there, not my daughter, you bitch. And she had some attitude to her. But then she started casting spells, and she got that kind of worried look on her face and scared. That ain't Miss Weasley. She had raised Fred and George. There ain't a damn bone in that woman. She's scared of nothing. Because of Fred and George. And they should have kept that anger on her face and kept the movements in it where she was literally forcing her back. And then boom. But nah, they had to mess it up for me.
Yeah, there was not enough emotion there and not enough
there wasn't enough
anger.
fire because she was mad. She wasn't scared. She didn't want to happen to her, but she was just fired up because she actually shot a killing curse at her daughter. And Miss Weasley went into Mama Bear mode, and she was going to tear Bellatrix up, even though I like Bellatrix.
Oh yeah, Bellatrix.
But that's always been a favorite part of yours. I know you've mentioned it a bunch of times.
Yeah, I love Bellatrix.
And I mean the difference with Molly.
Oh yeah, I mentioned it all the time.
And that's just one of the differences they made.
And I don't know why they would do that for, because you want to show that fire and the heat to it. They didn't give it though.
That was not enough. And the Karkaroff scene in the 4th movie, when he spits at Dumbledore's feet, and Hagrid yanks him up.
Oh yeah, and slams him against the tree.
That needs to be better in the series.
In book 7, when Caro spits at
McGonagall and Harry.
Oh, and
Harry
Harry
yanks off that cloak and says, "You shouldn't have done that," and hits him with the Crucio.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably my favorite part of all of book 7. Book 7's amazing. That's probably my favorite part from the whole book. When he does that, you shouldn't have done that.
Oh yeah,
Crucio.
Out of all the teachers, that was his favorite.
Mm-hmm. And just boom.
Yeah,
That was great.
That was one of the scenes I'm going down the road listening to when I'm running parts. Like, oh yes.
Yep. Oh, there's multiple scenes when I'm reading Harry Potter in the books. There's multiple times where I just find myself like, oh, here we go, and I'm getting all excited, and then something I'm like, yeah.
Well, I'm sure we've all got our little favorite, little parts.
Well, what's yours? We just named off like 4 or 5.
In the movie, I love it when they're battling in the where they get the where Sirius dies.
Oh yeah, in the Ministry.
In the Ministry, and it's not in the book, but it's in the movie, and they're in the middle of the battle, and he says, "Good one, James."
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because he's talking to Harry because in his
head, they're side by side, doing.
He's back.
He's back with his buddy again, his best friend, because he looks like James.
Yeah, and in Sirius's head, he's always he's living his past.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's another moment that wasn't in the book. They added. That's a cool one.
Yeah.
I thought you was going to say the whole battle between Voldemort and Dumbledore in the Ministry. Just after that,
it's better in the book.
It is, but it was at least
But
cool.
it was good. I mean, it was really good.
It was cool looking in the movie. They at least visually made it look good. It wasn't really accurate and wasn't quite enough there, but it was cool looking.
Now, when the 4th movie come out and they had Harry and Voldemort battled in the graveyard, and you first see the wands hit together, and it looks like lava coming off of them. Now that right there, I love the visual on that one right there.
Yeah.
In my head, it was nowhere near as good in my head as it was on that screen. I'm just thinking, they hit and it's little stuff going back and forth. I didn't visually put the rest of it with it, and it was just so good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You had that look on your head. Like,
No, I'm just
trying to
remembering it. Yeah.
Yeah, because they did the same thing in the.
Now it's not 100% accurate because in the book, it instead of when the spells meet, it's everything you get like a gold stuff going on around them. So yeah.
But it just
where in the movie it looks like lava, in the book it looks like gold lava, which is still it's similar. Just the color ain't exactly right, but it's still really cool, like you were saying.
Oh yeah, visually that really drove.
And I'm expecting them to be able to do even more visually because we can do more now with CGI and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting it to look even better, even cooler. A lot of this stuff.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about floating candles falling on their heads now.
No. Speaking of candles, you still haven't put the batteries in yours and seen what they look like yet?
No, every time I go to the store, I keep forgetting to buy batteries for them. I went onto the TikTok shop, and they had the floating candles. You get 20 of them for, I think at the time it was like $10, $11. Whatever it was, I spent like $28, and I bought 40 of them.
Yeah, this is the second week in a row he's told us on the podcast, and he still has not tried them out.
Yeah, and
you're just building our suspense.
The bad thing is, I didn't know they didn't come with batteries. So now I got to buy 40 AAA batteries.
Well, now there's something you can post on your Instagram page when you get them all hung.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be up on our Instagram what they look like.
I wouldn't mind hanging them up in here, but can't get by with that. So
no.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, so I'll definitely, as soon as I get them put together and put up, because you got to add the wires to the fishing line to them to hang them. Because I'm not going to have them all the same height. I'm going to make them look like kind of floating.
And, you said you're using fishing wire. I would say if you use like a different type of cord that has like kind of a spring to it, you can make it where they kind of move up and down on their own a little bit by just, giving them a little pull, and it just kind of makes it do this.
Well, yeah. Well, like I said, I want to take the those LED lights that you can get and make it like a zigzag pattern, and then put the white cotton over top of it to where it looks like it's lightning striking through the clouds. Plus, you got the candles hanging down, just like you was standing in the Great Hall looking up and still being able to see outside. That would be cool.
Oh, that would.
I don't know if I'm that talented yet, but we will find out. I got adult money. I will find out.
Good guy. Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Glad somebody does.
I got adult money. Don't turn me loose in a DIY place and I got adult money, because I go crazy.
Yeah, Hobby Lobby is not a place to send you.
No, because I get in there and I got so much stuff run through my head. Yeah, you went in there with me one time.
Mm-hmm. It was literally just like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's when we watched The Beekeeper.
Yep, because we may or may not have left a little too early. And we were going to get to the movies like an hour and a half ahead of time.
Wonka.
It was Wonka. Because we thought we were picking Jamie up. But
we was going to go eat breakfast.
He ended up losing power, so he couldn't go. So, we decided not to eat breakfast, and we ended up just walking around
Hobby
Lobby for a while. Well, we walked around a couple different places, but Hobby Lobby was the main one we walked around. And, he was in there like, I could use this, but I'm like, hey, we're not buying nothing right now. Just drop it.
Yeah, because I tell you right now, I get one of them places, and my mind goes to work, and I can make some stuff.
I don't get out enough to do that, but I'm not one of those people that walks around the store going, let me get this because I could use it. I don't do that.
Oh, that's me. My downfall is YouTube
and sales.
Yeah.
If you walk into Walmart or Hobby Lobby or any place like that, and they've got a clearance section, that's the first place you go.
Oh, exactly. I got some good stuff in clearance. That used to have some really good stuff in clearance. They don't nowadays. They don't really do it because they done put every store around here out of business. So they don't have to come up with some crazy sales like they used to have and everything.
Now all the sales are online.
Yeah, but you get me on YouTube. Like I said, I get into a rabbit hole. I have never owned a horse in my life, but I can tell you right now, I could clean the hoofs up on one. I could trim them. I can cut down the frog and stuff on one. I can actually take the shoe, heat it up, put it on the horse, mark out where it needs to go, hammer it down, and literally put it on a horse. Never owned one in my life. But I watched enough videos, I know I could do it. Never owned bees. I can tell you right now, I could raise bees right now. And from what I've seen on there, I could do it.
So you're saying you're a beekeeper?
I could be.
But is it a beekeeper or a beekeeper?
That's me. That's like, I'm a mechanic, but I'm not a mechanic.
Yeah.
Another Jason Statham movie.
Yeah, if they don't catch on to it, they just ain't cool as us.
Yeah, they haven't watched as many movies.
we talk in vague references and movie quotes. Just get used to it.
All the time. Yeah. If you hear me say something kind of off tone that you don't understand, it's a movie quote.
Yep.
I make movie references all the time, and most people don't get them because I watch a ton of movies.
I used to watch a shitload of movies. Nowadays, it's YouTube videos and.
You ever drop that quote and just get a look? Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody you say something and somebody look at you and you like, they get it.
Yep.
That happens a lot up there at work.
Yep. I mean, I just watched. Technically, I watched 2 movies last night. One of them was new to me. One was one I had seen, but not in a while, and it was which we talked about last night. But I watched Focus, the Will Smith movie, which I had already seen before, with him and Margot Robbie. Good movie. And then I watched a movie I hadn't seen before called Stardust. Came out in 2007.
That's a real good movie.
And that was a really good movie. I was
that's
shocked.
the one you guys have seen, but I haven't yet.
Yeah. We explained it to you last night.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out. It sounds pretty good.
Watch it so we can do a podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's another one we can talk about because that movie came out in 2007. So it's an older movie by now.
Yeah, and people should have seen. Some people should have seen.
Well, I was gonna say I just found out about it last night. So you say that
I should have told you about it before because I've watched it. I know it 10 times.
Yeah. But so yeah, people out there, it's a movie worth watching. Stardust. Yeah. It's on Amazon Prime, so
y'all need to watch it. So when we go into our review and stuff of it, y'all can sit back like, oh yeah, then you can reminisce what you seen, or be like, they wrong, they totally wrong. Let me get on their Instagram and I'll tell them what part they was wrong on. Then we'll go back through there and look, and if y'all have movie suggestions or anything, just pop them up on there and we'll do them.
Yeah, I mean they can leave comments on.
Yeah, leave comments.
If you listen
on anything.
I'm just saying, if you listen to the podcast, if you listen on Apple or on Spotify, you can leave comments and questions.
We welcome every comment you leave. If you have a critique you want to, tell us. We'll read it, and if it's like, well, we can do that. Or if it's something wildly crazy, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Which is hard to say because I do all kinds of wild, crazy stuff. Well, it looks like the night bus is getting ready to pull up at the Leaky Cauldron.
Yep. That'll be our stop for tonight. I don't know what. Jamie's over there
some
watching.
Weird random page opened up when I was checking the time.
He just rolled his phone over and all of a sudden it's playing a video.
I must have left TikTok playing.
Jesus. Well, we're at our destination, so signing off for tonight. See you.